Big misses on PPI data trigger a crypto market flush. This, my friends, is what opportunity looks like. Hey guys, it's Keith Allen. Going to try and bang out another quick one before my next meeting coming up. But I wanted to give you guys a little heads up of what's happening here. I'm seeing opportunities. Opportunities come with risk. I am going to quickly try and show you how I am spotting those opportunities and how I'm mitigating risk to take advantage of this dip. So without further ado, we're going to get busy. If you're new to the stream, welcome. My name is Keith Allen. I'm a full-time trader. I'm a work-from-home dad. Kids went back to school today. And I'm also a partner in Material Indicators. So we got that, right? All that's laid out for you. Here's what we're going to do. First things first, if you are new or if you're old, hey, thanks for coming back. I appreciate all of you here. Do me a favor, smash some buttons, help me grow the stream. You know how that works, right? Help the algo out, hit the likes, hit the shares, give me a comment. Live chat is open, so I'm here for you. If you've got questions, I'll do my best to answer them for you. If you have insights, by all means, please share them. We all learn and grow together. And let's go ahead and climb right into the data. The first thing I want to look at is the economic data that just came across the wire about an hour ago, right? So let's go here to our economic calendar, if you will. And we can see PPI month over month coming in way hot, right? Forecasted at 0.2%. We came in at 0.9. Core PPI also super hot at 0.9. Jobless claims came in a little cooler than expected. So that's, I guess, a positive. Core PPI year over year also hot. Consensus was 2.9%. We came in at 3.7%. PPI, again, if we take out X food, energy, and trade, month over month, way hot. And year over year, also about 0.3 hot. So this obviously sends the market, and PPI year over year also quite hot at 3.3%. So this obviously stokes recessionary fears. The market does a quick flush, and now we reposition ourselves for opportunity here, right? So where are the opportunities coming from? The opportunities, I've been telling you about the MTF mean reversion indicator for a while. And let me tell you, mine has been just popping here this morning. So let's look at what that looks like here. Yeah, signals right here on Solana. These are new. Hey, you're getting a preview right here, by the way, because you got to subscribe to this. So I'm giving you some a fresh look at some fresh hot signals. So in case you haven't been tuned in, this might be something you're interested in here. MTF mean reversion indicator, very simple principle. We look for deviations from mean, and you would want to adjust those deviations based on volatility. We obviously got a greater flush than really we've been trading in for a while. And of course, with new all-time highs yesterday out of Bitcoin and Ethereum near its all-time high, and quite a few alts also breaking out, not necessarily at all-time highs, but making big positive moves. It's normal to see profit taking at these levels. And then when you get a flush like this, you get news like this, it's a quick catalyst. I honestly perceive this as a blip on the radar. We have other news that's pending here with a summit between Trump, Putin, and Zelensky. Not really anticipating things going too favorably well for Zelensky out of this, but that's neither here nor there. These things are going to happen. These things are going to trigger knee-jerk reactions by the market. But then ultimately, things are going to settle down and price will get back to its course. In most cases, sometimes you have a macro event that really changes things. But if we see obviously a peace deal between Putin and Zelensky, then the market's going to respond favorably to that. If there's no deal, I don't know whether that's baked in or not, but I'm not super concerned about it at this point. I mean, I'm concerned for the Ukrainian people, but I'm not concerned for the market based on that, because Quite frankly, these are short-term things. So here you're seeing a signal from Solana, and I talked about mitigating risk, and I think that is super, super important. And there's a number of ways to do that. Number one, just this indicator in itself is mitigating risk for you because it is identifying these dips with a higher probability of bouncing. How high? Well, if we want to really get down to the nitty gritty details, we could look, and I could tell you that actually, since then, there's been well over 300,000 signals, but greater than 95% are reaching 1.25% profit or higher. That's great for a scalper. Swing traders and longer term buy the dip investors obviously want to see more out of that. And so this is just kind of a minimum baseline here of what's happening here. So depending on the asset that you're trading and your trading strategy, you would set this for, based on that volatility. Do you want to scalp and get a lot of signals, or do you want to buy those deeper deviation dips and maybe let this evolve into a swing trade, or potentially even hold it for longer term and dollar cost average your way into a longer term position? So in this instance, I am actually staking some Solana. So I let these go for a little bit, but with other assets, and we could just pick out a random one. And if I didn't say so already, live chat is open. So if you have anything you want me to look up real quick, I'll be happy to do that for you within reason. Let's see what Ondo did. That was one that I know I got a signal on. And these are big flushes, man. I mean, like this is not even, and I'm looking at 1 minute time frames, by the way. So just this move, just this flush in itself, and that's not even from the daily high. From the daily high, it's a big move, right? 10%, 11%. From just the moment of impact, this is, and look at the timing, right? 8:31 a.m. This is literally on the news. 7.5%. So if you question whether these are news driven or not, this is literally 1 minute after the numbers were released. So there you have it. This is a knee-jerk reaction to the data. And as you can see, the recovery starting here. Hey, we might see more downside potentially, and might pick up a couple other signals, and lots of different ways to use this indicator. Again, if you dollar cost average, you would take, you're using automation, you would take, or at least I take smaller positions, and I let them accumulate right into a larger position here. Let's look at Link and see what it did. This, of course, works with any asset on TradingView. And it caught Link as well. Now, could I have gone deeper deviations on some of these? Sure, I could. And I do run bots that run deeper deviations. But this a dump this deep was not anticipated. And so I caught it with some lower deviation bots, but still, I'm very, very happy with being able to get filled here, especially on ETH, which I'm writing. ETH and Bitcoin, I run a tighter deviation on. And so let's take a look at what that trade looks like here for ETH. Well, it did well here on a 3% deviation. Looks like that was right on the money. I was at 1.5%. Still a good position in my opinion. Happy to add to my position here, and this will be long term. This will go right into staking, and I will hang on to this one. Bitcoin also giving the signals. These are the times. These are the opportunities. These are the dips that can yield dividends. Okay, of course they all come with risk, right? And you can see potentially more drawdown here, possibly. Looks like we have a little bit of a double bottom here, so maybe this one will hold. And here's how we check it. Here's how we mitigate even more risk. Let's start looking at liquidity in the order book, right? If we have bid liquidity coming into place here, that can minimize some of the downside risk. And also, of course, watching the order flow. Are we seeing buying resume? Just a quick uptick on whale buying right here. So maybe we can break back up above the 120 here, or maybe not. Right? There's a tight stack of liquidity here on both sides. So maybe we range here for a bit today before a breakout, or potentially a flush lower. Personally, not concerned if it went lower because, again, with Bitcoin anyways, I'm in a long-term position, happy to add to my position if it does go lower. I actually didn't take this signal because it doesn't help me much. If we get a signal deeper down in this range, I would take that one personally. Depends on where you are in your position. So don't do what I do just because I do it. I'm just sharing with you how I'm trading this. Let's look at Litecoin. Was another one, was looking good. Litecoin was having a good run here, but yesterday I decided to get into a position, and then based on seeing new signals at night, I was concerned that position was going to go south on me. And it did, but fortunately, I was able to lock in profits here. I took this trend precognition signal. There's another way to mitigate some risk on this chart. One is with indicators like trend precognition, but even more so, this timescapes indicator. So depending on what you're trading and what your time frames are, really time frames don't matter with this timescapes indicator, because it is actually showing you the yearly and quarterly opens and the first week of those time frames as well. So those levels remain the same regardless of what time frame you're looking at, right? And so you can see I have fibs up here too, but when price is holding above these critical timescape levels, and in this instance, I'm looking at the 2025 dates here, right? And where we have a cluster of support, hoping that this holds, right? So this would obviously be mitigating some risk if price falls below this yearly open and the quarterly open below that. I just kind of view this as a cluster. If price falls below this, then you can expect more downside. If price holds above, then maybe we get to range a little bit further before we advance into more of a breakout opportunity. You can see resistance here between this 2022 timescape level and the 0.618 fib. So using these indicators collectively to identify really what the landscape is around any given asset at any given moment will give us an idea of whether there's strength or weakness. And if there's strength, obviously in a dip like this, there's a moment of weakness. But if there's macro strength surrounding that, then I feel more comfortable taking those positions. So that's where I sit. That's kind of my narrative for that. And of course, you can also identify whether you have liquidity there. And as you can see, there is some bid liquidity down below. I think I'm not on the right. Let's refresh this. BTC, let's go to LTC. Yeah, big flush here for Litecoin, obviously. Let's go into the daily time frame and see if we can see where that recovery is happening. And yeah, whales, at least purple whales, started buying again, retail coming back in again. And you see price on the recovery with some bid liquidity down below. I'm happy with taking a position there as well. So if you want more insight or more details on how to use these indicators, you can obviously go to the website. Links are down in the description below, and there's lots of tutorials on both the website and the Material Indicators YouTube channel, so you can find them there as well. I'm going to have to call it a wrap here, guys, because I got a busy day, another day of training here for me on the business side. But I wanted to share this with you. to give you a heads up, and hopefully you can take advantage of some of these opportunities and mitigate some risk along the way. Stop speculating, stop getting wrecked. Use the data to your advantage to help you mitigate risk and take advantage of these opportunities and make some freaking money in this market. This is the time. This is the money-making season. Do it smart. Here's to trading smarter, guys. We'll do it again as soon as we can. Obviously, again, I'm out for most of the day, really all of the day. But if I get a break and I see anything noteworthy that I can share with you, I'll do so. You can, of course, get more insight in our Telegram community. Links to that are in the description as well. Have a great day, guys. Here's to trading smarter.